Hello respected chess community, myself Moinuddin Zawari. Today I am going to show you the game played between Salman Ali Khan, champion from KPK against Mohammad Hassan Azim, lion from Punjab, who tried in this game to hunt a Markhor, but let's see what happens. Okay, this game was played in recently held tournament in Gujranwala on 22nd November 2020. In this game, Hassan Azim began the game with first e4. Salman Ali Khan responded with c5 Sicilian defense. Knight f3, d6 Sicilian defense main line. Here white go with open Sicilian with d4. Black decided to capture the pawn, c takes d4. Knight takes d4, then knight to f6. This is a modern variation main line of open Sicilian defense. So now you can see the pawn is under attack, so white decided to protect the pawn. This is a main line. Now here black decided to go with a6, which is known as Sicilian defense Najdorf variation, which is popular on higher level as well, and in a classical games you also have seen a lot. Here white go with bishop c4, eyeing on this diagonal, this strong diagonal, which is most often is a weak square f7 before castling. Black played e6, closing down this bishop. He go with bishop b3 because he is not want to give a chance black to play b5 and developing a bishop with a tempo. So knight to d7. His idea is to go to knight c5 or knight to b6 or maybe knight to e5, controlling the center in a modern fashion way. Now here white has a beautiful option, which is not a very good option, but this is option that white can sacrifice his bishop on e6 whenever d7 is played and this bishop is disconnected to protect this pawn. Then there is a possibility to sacrifice on e6. Let's see, if he took here, then it is forced to take, because the right way to refute the sacrifice is to capture it. So this is a tall fashion, you may say. If he took here, then this knight is going to be a more dangerous. So now you can see this is a threat, this is a threat, but it is more or less equal position, playable position for both sides, but bit risky for black. Black should have to play here more precisely. So this is not played in a game. Okay, white here castles. Now knight to c5. Now you can see this pawn is under threat as well, this bishop is under threat. Now here white should have played something like f3 or maybe rook to e1 or queen to e2. Reason is to protecting this pawn, but here white committed a little bit mistake, which is not good. He go with f4 with an aggressive approach, but he give up on this pawn, which is not a good idea. Black took on e4. Now another bad move from white. White should have to take in this knight and then maybe pushing up on is a good idea, but he played f4. Black goes e5. Black should have taken this knight like this. Now it is forced to take the knight, then he can push this pawn. This is a same position which has been played in the game, but different move order. Now white has a weakness in his camp. Black can put pressure after developing the bishop from queen and rook as the motive of a Sicilian defense to putting a rook on a c file, open file. So this is going to be a more problematic for white, but this is not played in a game. So black played e5. He took the knight, black took the knight. Here queen goes to f3, putting pressure on the knight as well, maybe threaten f6 at some point as well, eyeing on this diagonal, making difficulty for this bishop to develop. So black decided to go to f6 again. Now you can see this knight is under threat. It is forced to protect the knight, and this is only square e2 to go to for the knight. So he played knight to e2. Bishop e7 developing here, preparing castle. Bishop g4, developing his bishop, last minor piece, and want to put the rook on these two open files, semi-open files, yes. So black castle here. Black decided to took the bishop because now you can see this is a backward pawn. This choice may have pros and cons. Let's see what is going to be happen in the game. White decided to go to g3, but might be the better option is to go to c3, where he can control the d5 square and stopping the d5 push. In Sicilian defense, d5 break is a key factor. Most often d5 is a key factor. If black got the chance of d5 breaks, it almost death for white most often, which creates pass pawn in center of the board, which you will see later on in this game what happened. So white decided to go to g3. Now black played rook to b8, protecting this pawn, and in order to develop the bishop at somewhere else, or maybe he want to push the pawn, because if he move earlier, this rook is going to be undefended and maybe captured as well. So knight to h5, threatening to take on f6. Now black go with b5, which is not possible when rook are on a8. So centralizing the rook, last piece. Here black developed the bishop with a tempo. Here white played queen to g4, but he should have played bishop to d5, again blocking this pawn and offering the exchange, because this is a backward pawn and this is a huge weakness for black in the middle game. Because if he played this move, if you cannot capture or may capture, then you can line up, double up, and then triple the pressure on this pawn, so which is going to be good for white side. So after bishop to b7, he go with queen g4. After queen g4, you can see there is a huge pressure on king. Obvious target is g7 square. Simple threat is to sacrifice on g7, like capturing on g7. If bishop took, then f6 push ends the game. So this is what human eye can see here. I want to show interesting computer defense move. If let's see black go with queen d7, because it is forced, because black need to defend the f6 bishop, because this pawn is pinned. So here if you can see white took on g7, this is a blunder. Obvious is bishop cannot take, because if take, then the simple threat wins the game. So this is not possible to take with a bishop. So yes, if queen d7, knight takes, then the hidden move, quiet move is king to h8. Now if he move the knight, then rook to g8 ends the game. You can see power of the rook and the bishop. So here white should have to give up the queen, or maybe something else. The game is going to be end. So you can see the beautiful defense given by computer. So after queen g4, black played king to h8. In order to stop the pins, white go with rook to e3. Black go with queen b6, pinning the rook to the king. White play rook to e1, defended the rook. So d5. Now black's got a chance to play d5. Now you will see how stronger these pawns are going to be. Unpin the rook with king to h1. Now he played rook to e8, because this pawn is under threat. Whenever this bishop falls, because it is forced, good to take with queen, and then this pawn is going to be fallen if this rook was not there. And one more option, if he took here, then to protect this pawn we have to take with g pawn, and which ruins up the king side structure, which is not good for black to play with. So he decided to go rook to e8. White intention already was to play on the king side, so he go with rook to h3. Now black push the e pawn. This is a multi-purpose move. Now he open up the bishop diagonal, which can threaten this as well. Whenever needed, he can play this move or this move to put his queen to the opponent king side, as well closing down the fourth rank for the queen whenever needed. So but this give up the square f4, which is okay, not too much for white to have. So f4, he attacks the rook as well, threatening mate. Better is to protect here with rook to e3, but white decided to go with g1. He played rook to e5. His intention is to play c8 and attack this weak pawn. c3. c3, his idea is to stop this push, because if these pawns are pushed, this is going to be a dangerous game over situation, death position for white. But in this situation he as well gave up on this pawn. The best strategy in chess is to stick with your plan which you are earlier preparing. So he go with his plan, bishop to c8, attacking this pawn. Here white played queen to g4, sorry, h5. Here white played queen h5, just a feeble threat on h7, which can easily made by bishop take f5. Here is one interesting line. Here white can take on, like I wanna show you, can take here. Now if bishop takes here, knight can easily take on f6. This queen is not hanging. Why? Because white is threatening mate on h7, which is very famous, known as Arabian mate, with knight and a rook. So this is a beautiful defense. So black should have to take the knight and white can defend. This is as well a worse position for white, but not as happen in the game. So here black took on f5 and defending this square. Eventually knight took the pawn. He lost the exchange here. Queen took on h3. Now he protected the bishop. This pawn is a winning pawn. He don't need to defend the bishop and just push the pawn, but it's as well okay. Now queen g4. Now he pushed the pawn. White played queen to d4, threatening rook as well, pinning the queen to this pawn. So black defended and double up the rook. Here white played knight to c7 to attack the rook, which is not a okay move. Now here you can pause the video and find the solution. There is a beautiful combination which ends up the game over here. So the here move is queen take g1, queen sacrifice. If kings take, now this push ends up the game. This queen is unstoppable and white resigned here. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe the channel and give your suggestion. Thank you very much.